All right, hey team Exos. My name is Michelle and welcome to your 30-minute flow yoga. So today is about unlocking your spine and creating more freedom in your movement. We're gonna get started by just taking your feet out nice and wide for a wide leg forward fold. Just try and keep your toes forward. Let's pull your hands up through the midline of your body. Reach up overhead. Good. Then it's just a soft bend in your knees, fold forward. Hands come to the ground. You're more than welcome to use a block here or any type of a prop just to help you get into this pose, into this stretch a little bit better. Otherwise, you can bend your knees a little bit so that you can bring your hands down. Wherever you're at, tuck your chin, relax your head down. Let's bend our knees and roll up. So let's begin to warm your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Rolling up your spine and releasing down the back of your body. Flowing in and out. Just move in a pace, in a way that feels good. Feels good to you, feels good to your body. I'll start to go just a little bit quicker to really warm the body. And allow the warmth to move into all your joints, all your muscles. Let's go one more time. Good, hands are gonna come back behind. Lace the fingers as we come into Yoga Mudra. So tipping forward. Again, if you need a little bend in your knees, that's okay. Lift the belly strong to protect your lower back. And then when you get to the edge, just allow your upper body to fully relax. And then we start to lift the knuckles up and over. That's it. So feel a stretch through your shoulders, through your chest. And then the release down your back and up your legs. And then nudge the hands just a little bit further. Bring the hands to your low back, and then your hands are going to come down to the ground. You can push the ground away. So the hands are under your shoulders. Let's start by taking your right hand under the middle of your chest. Your left hand comes to your low back and your hips, and we're going to use that to really square the pelvis. Now the left shoulder revolves. We're going to look over the shoulder if that feels good. If you want a little more, we extend the arm up. Okay, so reach through the fingertips and try this. Squeeze up through the inside of your legs to help level the pelvis, and then allow us to twist, revolve through the chest and the upper back just a little more. Hand comes down. Go ahead and just release, surrender. Let's try the other side. So breathe and press up through your arms. Left hand comes right underneath the chest. Right hand comes to the low back. Just use that to kind of push and level out the hips. That's it. Now grip your feet firmly into the ground. That's it. Pull the energy up your legs. Create a really solid base. And we can twist. And you might choose to stay here and just work on revolving the shoulder around. If you're feeling good, right arm floats up. And now breathe right up into the fingertips and reach wrist to wrist. Now you're gonna choose, it might feel better to keep your eyes down looking at the fingertips, maybe eyes to the side or up. You get to choose. Good, hand comes down. Just surrender the upper body down. Bend your knees, roll up. Reach the arms all the way overhead. And then let's just bring the hands to your heart center. Toes are gonna turn out to the corner, and then we're gonna sink in to your wide squat. That's it. So a couple of things, we wanna keep pushing the knees out in line with the middle toe. That's it. Zip right up through your spine, and then just gently draw the shoulders back. And so breathe in, lift, the flow. Breathe out, lower. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's warm our way into our legs. Warm our way into our hips. Really come internal. This is where you can focus on decluttering the mind. Follow your breath, listen to your body. Good, let's come on down, hold it here, hands to your heart. Push your palms together, create a little more tension, a little bit more energy through your hands, right up into your chest. Good, now stand tall. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and step to your right. Come to the right edge of your mat. And we'll move into chair pose. So feet together, option. It's gonna be about hip width apart. And I recommend, if you want it, to have a block or a prop right here at this edge of the mat. So hands to your heart, sink the hips back into chair. So the hips go back and down. So now we wanna tuck the tailbone under to create a really long spine and a really tight core here. That's what's gonna help engage the abdominals. Now slide the shoulder blades back and down for really strong posture. And then if you're feeling good, we're going to add the twist. So your right elbow, the back elbow, is going to come to the front thigh. Okay, now push your hands together and try and get your hands close to your heart center. Good. This is your chair twist. Creating lots of energy up your spine. Now you might choose to look all the way over your shoulder if that feels good. Maybe look right to the side or down to your toes. But everybody take a look and watch that your knees are even with each other. We don't want one knee jutting out in front of the other. Good. Now if you want a little more, we're gonna expand the arms, reach to the fingertips, and try to wring out through your spine here with big exhale breath. Now I've got some options for you here as we step back into lunge. First of all, you might choose to use a block or bring the hand to the floor. As we lunge, your back foot, so your right foot steps back. If you want the big challenge today, whether you're here or you're here, we're gonna lift the back heel and then just carefully step the foot back into that big lunge. If this gets too much at any time, hand can come to the block or to the floor, okay? Or knee can come down as well. The great thing about yoga is it's our yoga practice. We don't have to be perfect. And it's all about what your body needs today. Now wrap your top arm around, draw the shoulder blade in, and if you can, let's look over the shoulder. Staying really strong here on both legs. We lift into warrior one, so breathe in. Your right arm reaches up, left arm stays wrapped. And then pivot the heel down to make it your warrior one. So you're gonna press to the outside edge of your back foot, create strength in your back leg. And then as we sink into your front leg, watch that the knee is over the ankle and pushes out in line with the middle toe. Now we're set up for success. Right arm wraps around and see if you can grab the forearms. Gentle hold, pull back, and breathe up into your heart. How's the heat in your legs? My legs are sore today. Hands come down. Lift the back heel and let's step back into downward dog. I love this pose. So walk your feet in just a little bit if you need to, feet about hip width apart. Press through all 10 fingers. And we inhale, come forward into plank. So shift the body forward into a really long, strong position. Shoulders are over the wrists. You might be on knees or maybe toes. I'll start on my knees this round. As the elbows brush against the ribs, come part way down and then lift. Baby cobra. Notice here, I'm drawing my shoulder blades back, lifting up through my chest, and I'm squeezing the glutes. If you want to try a little higher, lift the thighs, lift the hips. And now exhale, curl your toes, push the heels back. That's it. Now we're gonna take our right leg, lift it up in a three-legged dog. So lift up through your toes, push your left heel down and really square the hips, square the shoulders. And now slide the right knee up in between your hands. Okay, so we want to come to the outside of your thigh and then just pull the back knee in. So the knees are about a 45-degree bend. We bring the right hand right behind the hip and we come into a spiral twist. So breathe in, squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward, and reach back and over. Slowly come on down with control. Hands come behind you. Pick your knees up and over to the other side. So now the left hand is placing right behind your hip. Right arm sweeps up. Good. As you feel open all through the front body, really strong through the back. Let's just take the eyes and look down to the bottom fingertips. Slowly lower. You got it. Come up and over. Breathe in. And out. Slowly come down. Now this time, if you want, try to pick your feet, your knees up and over to the other side without using your arms. Give it a try. Harder than you think it might be, right? Let's bring the hand behind. Sweep. Yes, and find the expression here. Let's slowly bring the hips down. We're gonna bring the hands over to the left side of your mat now. And let's take your front leg back. We'll tuck in your toes and we'll step back into downward dog. See how we did that? We're on the other side now. So let's go ahead, bend your knees, walk or jump your feet forward. A little hop if you want it, landing softly. And one forward bend. Tuck your chin, and let's head right into your chair pose. So sink into your hips, lift up through your chest, hands to heart. Got it. So let's breathe in, lift up through your chest. That's it. Now breathe out, come lower, and strengthen your resolve. Left elbow this time comes to the outside of the thigh. Push the elbow into the leg. Feel how that's going to give you some leverage to twist. It's a beautiful twist in your spine, but it's work, so keep working the twist. Take a look down, check your knees. Squeeze up through the inside of your legs. And if you want, let's spread your wings. Spread them wide, let's soar. Are we still breathing? Now here's where we get to transition. If you want to grab a block or bring the hand to the floor, you can, okay? Or lift the back heel and let's take a nice controlled step back. into your lunge. Remember, anytime the hand can come down inside the foot, the knee can come down. This is about you, what your body needs today. Everybody power up your back leg. Dig the ball of your foot in. Yes, and then feel how as we even the weight through the legs is gonna help us bring more energy right up through the arms. Now let your essence flow from your heart right to your fingers, and then use that to wrap your right arm around your back. We're gonna pivot the back heel around as we lift into warrior one. So the heel presses back, your back toes are turned in just slightly, and we settle in. The heat is well within our legs, our anahata. That's it. Now, if you're like me, legs are really sore today, maybe you choose to come up for a second, get a little breather, and then we come right back down. Yeah, good. Wrap the arm behind. Now you can grab the forearms, or this time if you want to try reverse prayer, bring the back of your hands together. Notice if I show you here, my palms and my fingertips touch. Shoulders press back into the ribs. I'm strong in my legs. Hands come down, lift the back heel. Let's step back, downward dog. So the feet are hip width. We're gonna look right in between the legs and inhale, shift the body forward. Long and strong plank, knees or toes. And we're gonna try to first just hold this for a moment. Really work into your core. So corkscrew your hands into the ground. You got it. Pull the shoulders down towards your back pockets. Scoop the belly up. Squeeze your glutes. Pull your quads up. Yeah, now the body's ready. You're ready to slowly lower, knees or toes. That's it. Come on. Just slowly descending. Now inhale, surge up through your heart. And think about smiling up through your collarbones. Tuck your toes. Let's go down dog. And then your right foot, or your left foot, your back foot lifts. Three-legged dog. Thread the knee up in between your hands. Come softly onto the side of your thigh. And then pull the back knee in. So your left hand is gonna come by your hip. We'll come into our spiral twist. So let the breath spiral up the arm. Slowly come down. Let's go up and over to the other side. Breathing in. Come down, breathing out. And do you want to try to go without using your hands behind? Lower, and one last time. Do you want to give it a try? Here's your challenge. Keep the chest lifted as you do. Nice, how do we do? Hand comes back. And slowly lower. Well done. Let's bring the legs right out in front. We'll first start with just a seated forward fold. So breathe in. Think about growing 10 feet up through your spine. And then exhale. Come forward and keep the length of your spine as you bring it towards your toes. Now, if you need a little soft bend in the knees, that's okay. If you need to stay higher, sometimes we get so stuck here. It might feel good to really just tuck your elbows in and then just tip. Now everybody sit on up, find the center of your mat, and let's roll on down just carefully. Knees can be bent, feet are on the floor. Let's start by taking your right leg, grab a hold of it. So you can grab the calf, the thigh, the ankle, and let's start by pushing your heel right up to the sky. Then try to straighten the knee all the way as best you physically can. Okay? And from there, we gently pull the leg back. A muscle that gets so tight on us. Such an important stretch. If you're feeling good, you can take your left leg, that back leg, extend it out long. Just check that your hips, your tailbone are still connected. The shoulders are relaxed down. Really help us get the most out of this stretch. Now from here, try pointing your toes. Yeah, bring the leg back just a little more. Steve, how's this hamstring stretch feeling? Can be challenging, but also so rewarding here. Just go ahead and release that. Let's try the other leg. So left knee or the other opposite leg is gonna come in, grab again somewhere behind the thigh, the calf, the ankle. Try to straighten your knee and push the heel up. And then gently pull the leg back. Let the rest of your body relax. Now you might choose to bend the right knee or extend the leg out. Now if you find yourself holding your breath, back off the stretch just a little bit. Okay, we want to go to the point of the stretch where we really feel it, where we can still allow some form of relaxation to come into the body. Try pointing your toes. Draw the leg back a little closer. And check in, are you still straightening your knee? How straight can you get it? Go ahead and release that. Lastly, we come into happy baby pose. So take the knees just right outside the hips. Grab the inside or the outside of your feet. And if this is a bit too much, just grab the ankles, maybe even grab the thighs. We're pushing the knees down. At the same time, pushing the feet up into your hands. And check in with a couple of things. Tailbone stays connected, shoulders relaxed. Just bring the knees in, well done. Now you might choose to stay here on your back as we move into Savasana, relaxation and meditation. Maybe you'll choose to lie on your side. Or if you're like me, you might prefer a seated position today. Just transition to where you can feel comfortable, you can feel at ease. If it feels good, I encourage you to close your eyes. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Just begin to allow your body to melt into the floor. We're going to breathe just naturally in through the nose and out through the nose. As we continue to relax physically through the body, see if we can begin to naturally just slow the breath down. Shoulders are away from the ears. Arms and the legs become heavy. and the back becomes soft. Now, often in meditation, we tend to naturally think that we should clear the mind. But what if we created a safe place today for our thoughts? What if we invited only those thoughts that truly served us in this moment? So we allow those thoughts to take us on a journey today. Maybe self-exploration. Maybe a journey, just a reprieve. Sometimes we get intimidated or overwhelmed by the thought of thoughts coming into our minds as we meditate. Let's try and change that thought. Let's use these thoughts to our advantage. We have the choice to just follow the thoughts that serve us in this moment, that benefit the state of our mind and our bodies. We can allow creativity, problem solving, and intuition to really kick in. And at the same time, we can allow just a simple journey to occur. If you notice any tension creeping back into your body, just adjust, reset. And notice where your thoughts take you. Just let it happen. Again, but try to invite only those thoughts that serve you in this moment. Sometimes when we can just slow the world down around us, realize that our thoughts aren't always so overwhelming. And we'll begin to slowly guide ourselves back. There's no rush. As you're ready, you might choose to hug your knees into your chest. Maybe roll over onto your side. You might want to bring some movement to your fingers, to your toes. And the next step is just to slowly sit up as you're ready. There's no rush. You can keep your eyes closed. Just slowly open your eyes as you are ready. Invite a smile. Yeah. Let's breathe in. Reach up overhead. Pull your hands right down to your heart center. And from the light in me to the light in you. Namaste. Guys, it's finally cooling down, so try lowering your thermostat at night. Think about 68 to 72 degrees is the sweet spot for the optimal Z's. Okay, give it a try and enjoy this fall weather. My name is Michelle. Thanks for joining me.